Hey, your mom just called. She said you don't even have an opinion on Shaolin Monks. And I don't want to get involved here, but she also said, and I quote, "Dude's a poser." The Shaolin Temple was founded 1500 years ago in Henan, China, and the monks here have necks that are stronger than steel. They can walk on water, and they can do handstands for days. Scratch that. Finger stands for weeks. Unless you're a too cool for school rebel who plays by no one's rules, superpowers sound pretty enticing. But given that we live in a lame simulation, which is nevertheless our reality, where the gods don't randomly choose anyone to bestow powers upon, keep it, bro. You need it more than I do. Jeez, you're cool. If we want to rise above the rest and be great, we have to actually put in effort. And no one wants to do this, except Shaolin monks. They gain total control of their bodies through sheer force. The chi is strong in this one. I'll elaborate more on this in a minute. Let's start at the beginning. You're born. Shut it. Or maybe you're already 5 years old, but you're poor and Chinese. So your parents send you to the mountains to become a moderately entertaining circus attraction. Yeah, I'll explain what this is in a minute. Either way, you didn't choose this life. It chose you along with your hairstyle. And from day one, you're treated like a prisoner of war that's earned the respect of your captors. Here's your typical day. After a generous 3.5 hours of sleep, you wake up on your very own plywood bed at 4:30 in the morning. You're a minimalist because excess makes you weak, so your arm was your pillow. You immediately begin practice for 2 hours. Practicing what? Practicing not crying. Hey, you just gonna tickle me all morning? At 6:30 a.m., you get a hearty breakfast of tofu and veggies. Flavor makes you weak. Since there's no calories in this food, you eat a lot. From 7 to 8 a.m., you can do whatever you want, as long as it's praying, meditating, or studying Buddhist art, which is the closest you'll ever get to going to the movies. For another 2.5 hours, you can practice again, pray, study Buddhism, or do temple chores. Since all these activities equally suck the life force out of you, you simply itty-mitty-miny mow it. 11:30 a.m. sharp, you eat a lunch of noodles, rice, and mantu, which is a steamed bread. This is the most delicious thing you'll ever have, until you join the circus and start smoking cigarettes. From noon to 1, you get to relax. With what, you ask? Alcohol, board games, cuddling with your schnauzer? Nope, just you and your best friend, Mr. Plywood. You can pray on him, study. From 1 to 5:30 p.m. is training, doing things like push-ups. Haha, no, not like that. Sometimes. Yep, there we go. If you're not almost crying all the time, you might as well be a schmuck trying to win a microwave on The Price is Right. 5:30 to 6 p.m., you have a dinner of noodles, rice, and soup. This does have calories, so you don't get a lot. Having a full belly makes you weak. From 6 to 7 p.m., you get to spend even more time with Mr. Plywood and practice not thinking about how your entire body is throbbing with pain. From 7 to 10 p.m., more training. Perhaps this time you're strengthening your teeth muscles in the off chance you ever get into a tussle with a crocodile. Or maybe just this for a while. You never know when you'll need to pop a balloon through a window, so you practice that much more than seems reasonable. Now you can't have a functioning monastery without constantly inhaling toxic fumes, so you light 4,300 incense sticks before you go to bed. And now you can finally retire to your chamber, where you never quite get enough sleep. Sleep makes you weak. Surely, you say, there's more to the life of a Shaolin monk than this. Why, of course. You can certainly shower every other month with your sweat. They do have clean water if you really want, but the complete lack of hot water may kill you in the winter. Showering's more of a summertime activity. Plus, I didn't cover even a fraction of the beatings you get. Can't handle tiger stands for a measly 2 hours? Want to sleep in? You're also welcome to just die if you fall off the high balancing beam. Or don't survive when they send you to the wilderness for 2 weeks. Anyway, in total these guys are training in martial arts and pain suppression 12 hours a day, 7 days a week from the time they're 3.5 feet tall. Compare all that to these scary dudes who only train 5 hours a day, 5 days a week. If you like shiny new things, this channel is brand spanking new. So hitting that subscribe button could make you one of the first 1,000 founding subs. A thumbs up for the video is also highly appreciated. Mahalo. Now let's see what superpowers they obtain. Can a Shaolin monk actually run on water? Absolutely. They may need lots of floating pieces of wood to step on, but have you ever seen someone running on a dock before? Of course not. It's impossible. Unless you're a highly trained Shaolin monk. Can they actually bend steel with their necks? Because why wouldn't you want that superpower? Yes, and no, it's not because the rebar is really long. Leverage has nothing to do with it. Take your mechanical advantage and shove it. Can they resist skin puncture from a power drill? Is the Pope Catholic? You know this one is real because they're usually the ones holding the drill, so obviously they're pushing it as hard as possible into their temple. Case closed. Can they throw a needle through glass? Actually, they can. And this ain't no parlor trick. I can't count the number of times I've needed to do this exact thing, but lacked the ability. A few rare monks can actually dry wet sheets using nothing but their mind. They wrap themselves in these sheets, and after a few hours, bone dry. Evaporation is a myth. Shut your mouth. Perhaps their greatest and most undeniable superpower of all, though, is to work out and get beat 24/7 by choice. And this is why they're the baddest kids in town. We'll wrap things up here with the greatest question of all. Why do Shaolin monks do what they do? After all the pain and suffering they go through, it does allow them to stick around the monastery and bully the next generation for the rest of their life. So the real question is, where can I sign up?